start out gently down on the floor, just loosening up joints and sort of moving our bodies into the beginning of a great day. So if you're comfortable sitting like this, easy crossed-legged, or maybe half lotus or lotus, or any other seated position, take that position now, and then close your eyes. Maybe sighing out, sort of welcoming the idea of taking some morning me time, self-time. And notice the breath. Notice a belly breath first, that you're letting the belly expand as you breathe in, and that it sinks in when you exhale. Do a few more of those. Inhale, belly expanding. Exhale, belly sinks in. And then gradually let this breath become that full Dirga breath, where you now breathe belly expanding, rib cage expanding, chest heaving and opening up a bit. Slight pause at the top before you exhale. Chest moves in a little bit, rib cage, and then belly moves in again. We'll take a few more breaths like that. Nice and slow. Let's do one more deep Dirga breath. Good. And slowly open your eyes. We're going to shift to child's pose. And again, here, make yourself comfortable. You may have a little bit of a variation to this. I usually just sort of plop down like this, belly on my thighs, and maybe make a pillow with my forearms. You can put the forehead on your forearms, or you can reach the arms forward if you'd rather do that. And also, a variation is having your hands alongside your body. Hold that pose for a little bit. If not comfortable for you, maybe you're putting a blanket between your heels and your hips. And maybe if it's hard to reach the floor also, you put your elbows in the ground, in the floor, and cup your forehead in your hands. Good. So wherever you are now, trying to let the weight of the hips sink back down into, close to your feet. And if you have your elbows in the ground, you have the possibility to kind of push back a little bit. It gives your lower back a bit of a stretch. And while you're there now, notice your belly moving again. Dirga breath, you'll feel your belly moving into your thighs as you inhale. And when you exhale, you can kind of relax further down into the surrendering of this child's pose, Garbhasana. Great. Slowly from there, come to your table position. As you're rising up, spread your fingers wide and ground through the hands. Spread those fingers really wide and try to, press down the part of the knuckles there, the first ridge of knuckles where the palm meets the fingers. So you're pushing the weight a little bit forward into the hand, flattening out your hand and giving the palm a bit of a stretch. So that's sort of what you want to hold, you want to hold your hands like that throughout your table position. And we're going to create a movement here. So curl your toes under like that, scoop out your back and gaze forward a bit. And then when you exhale, pull your belly button in, tops of the feet down, round your back. And then switch between those two poses a couple of times. Good. And now from there, create those lateral circles. So you're going to keep your arms straight And you're going to keep your hips fairly still, and you're going to rotate your thoracic spine around. Switch direction. And then switch direction again, and now make sure that your head is moving in the opposite direction of where your rib cage is going. So it looks like this. Let's see if I can show you. And switch direction again. And then come up, sitting on your knees. I gotta get my hair out of the way here. So when you're sitting up like this in your kind of a diamond pose, but curl your toes under so that you have getting a stretch in the toes a bit. And from here now we're going to do our down dog. So if you put your hands down in the floor again in your table position, and then lift your knees off the floor and begin to pedal alternately, one heel down and then the other. And you're still spreading your fingers wide, pressing the weight into the knuckle ridge there, the first knuckle ridge. And then come to stillness, holding it. Keep your knees a little bit bent, or a lot of it, depending on what you need to do to accommodate a flat back. I often give this guideline to press your chest towards your toes back there, through those straight arms, and then gradually extending the legs and heels. Might go down on the floor, they don't have to. Good. And then let your knees come down. All right, so we're in table again. And then just to do some warm-ups for the arms before we stretch up, we'll do a couple of push-ups, and you can do them on your knees or on your toes. I'll do them on my knees right now. If you want more work for your fingertip or your fingers, you can do your push-ups on your fingers or palms down. Exhale when you press up, and inhale when you go down. Do a few more if you want. Great. And then sit down in a wide-legged. We'll scooch forward here. Sit on a blanket if you need to. And I'm going to stretch the arms while we let the legs open up a bit here. Bring your arms up overhead. Exhale. Big sun breath. Welcoming the day. Inviting some good energy. And stretching out. Of course, here we'll interlace the fingers, press the palms up, lengthen the spine, and then tip over to one side. And coming up. Keep flexing your feet so that your knees don't roll inward. You want to keep your kneecaps pointing straight up. We'll do a few more. And you only go as far over as it feels nice, right? So don't go too far. Great. One more. This will also warm up your core. Good. And we're going to do a little bit more for that. Good. Come back to center here now. Let your arms come down, and then we'll go forward, hang down as far as you want here. You can round your back. Find your Dirga breath here again. That's the three-part yogic breath. Belly, ribcage, and chest opening up as you're inhaling. And then you can sink down closer to the ground on the exhale. Good. One more breath here. I'm almost off camera. And then slowly coming up. Great. Take deep breath in and sigh it out. So if it feels all right to open up a little bit wider, we're going to do that. And I'm going to just shift to side angle. We're going to work a little bit more with the back here. So you're going to start going forward, a flat back, and then pull your belly button in and round up. And forward again. And really be a little bit strict with yourself to do a flat back. We're trying to find that framework so we're somewhere to gauge how we're progressing. So flat back, you might just go a little bit forward and you're rounding up here. That's fine. So you don't have to go all the way down on the floor. Try to find an easeful, a bit of an undulation of the spine, like that. But of course, if you're comfortable going a bit further, do that. We'll do one more of that. Now switch directions. So we're going to dive down instead. Pull your belly button in, round, and then scoop out your back on your way up. One more time. Or actually, not one more time, a couple of more. Diving down. One more. Great. Lean back onto your hands. Drag your heels in a little bit and rock from side to side a few times. Good. Press your shoulders down. And then we'll do a spinal twist here. So you're going to drop your knees over to one side and then pivot around and come down on your forearms if possible. Good. And slowly coming back, leaving the heels, wide apart, or the feet wide apart. Roll over to the other side, drop your knees over to the other side and leave your feet wide, and then pivot around and come down on your forearms from that side if possible. And breathe deeply, relax, close your eyes. And then slowly unwinding, coming up. Great. Take a moment to hang over in the center here. You're going to just drape your... Oh, I thought internet went out. Oh, we're good. Okay. So hanging over. And then slowly rolling down onto the ground. So we're down on the floor, or the ground, wherever you are. And we're going to roll up and down into our bridge pose a couple of times. And then come all the way up as high as you're comfortable and interlace your fingers underneath. And lift your hips up. We'll hold here for a moment. We're trying to stack the knees and the heels. And if you want to do something a little more elaborate, maybe lifting one leg up, I suggest just bringing the feet a little closer together and lifting that leg up. So you can see if you like that. I try to keep my hips level when I do that, so I do. And I want you to try that too, so that you're not sort of lifting one hip higher than the other. Stay as if you're right in that basic bridge pose the whole time. Good. So now bring your heels up, lift them up, and arms out in a T position, and then smooth down your spine into the floor. When you've landed on your sacrum now, bring your arms alongside your body again, and lift your upper body up a bit, and roll back down. Great. Now, legs up, and that was just to smooth out the spine. Now, either bike, if you want a little milder, or do one leg down, and lift it up on an exhale. If you want it a little heavier, lift both legs. And if you want it a little bit heavier again, do a jump or a lift with your hips. And we'll do 8 more. If you're biking, you're just continuously biking. You can switch direction. So somewhere there, you can gauge it yourself just to get a little warmth going in the body. And then sitting up, easy cross-legged again. Just notice what it feels like in your body now. A little more ready to begin the day and just doing more yoga maybe, or going for a walk, or starting your day, going to work, whatever it is. See how you need to set your intention right now for that. Positive intention. And we'll chant it Om together. Deep breath in. And bring your palms together in front of your heart. And gently bow to honor yourself as human and divine at the same time, and to honor the divine all around us, in all living, all past, and in the whole of our creation. May our hearts know peace, and may our whole planet know peace. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Good. And that's it. Hope you have a great day, and like, subscribe, do another little more vigorous class now that you're warmed up, or another video. Have a great day.